Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Master Number Hub. If you don't know me, my name is King. I have several master number placements. And yeah, my name also vibrates to master number 11. And so yeah, this week, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about energies, about masculine energy and feminine energy, right? So I did explain this to the Master 11 Hub, right? But I noticed something, right? So like I told y'all, I attract all master numbers. I attract every single one of them. 44s, 33s, 22s, 11s. I attract all of them, okay? And so I have different experiences with them. And I now work with a 22. And I told y'all, 22s is probably 22s and 44s is some of the rarest master numbers. I've met a lot of 33s, and I'm starting to meet a lot more 11s in person, at least. I met a lot of 11s online. So I don't meet a lot of 22s, but this 22 I work with, and obviously we resonate because my maturity numbers are 22. You know what I'm saying? And my mom is a soul earth 22, or whatever. But yeah, so I noticed that there is a balance of masculine and feminine energy. There is an understanding and embodiment of masculine and feminine energy in master numbers, right? And of course, right, everybody has masculine and feminine energy, but there's a deep understanding and a deep resonance that comes from master numbers. Obviously, because master numbers are really old souls. They've lived enough lifetimes. They probably lived enough lifetimes to live in you know, being a born male or a born female, right? Carrying the masculine energy and the feminine energy in different ways and in different, like, different ways that they balance the energy out. But master numbers have such an understanding and innate understanding of masculine and feminine energy, and they wear it so well. You will find that there are a lot of born male master numbers that have feminine energy that they carry very well, or vice versa. Born female master numbers that have a lot of masculine energy, right? I am a born female, right? But I have a lot of masculine energy, and a lot of times people see me and they see the masculine energy first. Like they're looking for evidence of the feminine energy. And right, it's not something that you're trying to like focus in on and trying to produce. You just are. Okay? And there is a beauty about people who are not constrained. Because I mean, a person can still be a master number and can still be, embedded in the way that society thinks. They could take on societal mentalities or societal ways of thinking. But on the inside, you'll still, or even on the outside, you'll still see the evidence, but then maybe they don't register. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they haven't fully registered what's happening. But you possess such an ability. And the thing is, for people who are presumably, obviously, if you connect with what you have on the inside, that understanding, if you are mentally there and you have that mind and soul connection in that way, when you're living in that embodiment, you are at your God frequency. You are at your God frequency. When you can live in your masculine and feminine energy and not try to necessarily tweak things a certain kind of way, or try to temper it, you just embrace the energy as it comes from you, and you just live in it, right? And you're not trying to make other people contort or conform. When you're at a place when you can be non-conformist in a sense, just for lack of a better term, because I'm not very political, when you can be, a person that does not conform to the gender expectations, to any of that stuff, that puts you at your God frequency, and that puts you in a place of vibrating really high. You vibrate really high when you're not held down by expectations from gender, and it puts you in a position to be able to heal masculine generational like roots, or feminine generational roots. It puts you in a position to be able to look at things from a bird's eye view, because you're now removed from the thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not in it anymore. You're above it, and you can figure out how you want to move and how you can heal things, right? Just to add, for more context, right? In my own research, in my own listening to my intuition, in my own, spiritual awakening, different things, different ways, downloads, whatever, I have discovered that I am here to heal the masculine line of my family, right? I have not well, there were times in my life where I tried to be more feminine, right? Didn't work out. Of course, I had times where I would be able to, do things as I enjoyed to do them. But generally speaking, I had to put effort in to explore femininity. For me, I had my mind never went there growing up, right? But because I grew up very religious, my mom was a Virgo. My mom is very particular about how she likes things. She was the person that was very, very much involved in trying to push me one way or the other, but yeah, I never really was like that, you know what I'm saying? And as I've gotten older and I just allowed myself to be and just responded to what my soul desired or how my soul decided to express itself, in this physical plane of existence, yeah, there's been a level of freedom. There's been a God frequency that I've been able to tap into because I'm not held down by that stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? So tap in. If you are a master number, you have this energy within you, all right? And it is meant for you to wield this energy to break these generational curses. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people. In fact, most people on this planet struggle with the balancing of the masculine and feminine energy. And the thing is that there is no true balance, really. There just is whatever your presentation is. You know what I'm saying? And so if you focus less on trying to be, so if you're a born male, if you focus less on trying to be like, oh, well, I have to be, what society tells me to do. I have to be, I have to be a manly man, But if that's not who you are, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're putting yourself back because now you're listening to them and you're not tapping into your God frequency, okay? So yeah, man, we got some stuff we working with here. We got some cards in this deck, you know what I'm saying? And it's for us to explore these things. And the reason that we're able to explore these cards in depth in this deck that we have, right? We have the ability to just look at things in a different kind of way, right? Because we've done this so many times before. We really have. And when you start to remember who you are, rather than trying to figure out who you are, you have to remember who you are. When you started to remember who you are, you start to go back. And, y'all hear me talk about this a lot of times when you do, acclimate, when you do, kind of get back to wherever you left off in the past lifetime. When you get there here now, you say, okay, bam, boom, now I know what I got to work on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I know why things are the way they are. Let me pick up on this. You know what I'm saying? Let me start here. So it gives you a better foundation, because that's what you was doing in these past life. You building the foundation of whoever you're trying to become. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you could pick up where you left off, and begin again, continue on from where you left off, and do that with that bird's eye view that you have. When we can work these abilities that we have, okay? Master numbers. I'm talking to y'all, master numbers. We working with some things, let's not sleep on our abilities, right? Obviously there's 11 to 22, 33, and 44. We all have different abilities. We all have different missions while we're here. But the main thing that is consistent, regardless of the master number that you have, is that it is very significant. It is very significant what you're doing here, And like I said in the other video, all of us may not be meant, well, I said this on TikTok, but all of us may not be meant to be the first, you know what I'm saying, for certain things. We might not be the first, but we may do something just so well. We could be the first to do things well. You know what I'm saying? All of us might not be meant to be the first, the Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Might not meant to be what's another big company, the NFL or something. Maybe you'll end up being the big three. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you'll end up being, flag football, whatever it is that you're going to be doing and you're involved in. There's going to be a level of significance because you are there and you are involved. Okay, so don't sleep on your abilities. Understand that masculine and feminine energy does reside within you, and when you can master that energy by simply just living in it, you tap into a whole different frequency, man. So don't forget about that. All right. So master number hub TikTok, definitely check that out. All right, we got some good bangers on there if you haven't already been on there. If you're coming from the Master Number Hub TikTok to come here, I appreciate you. Thank you to all the subscribers, everybody that's been watching the videos. I really appreciate every single one of you. Master numbers, y'all, that's like my heart. You know what I'm saying? The master numbers, because I know the struggle. You know what I'm saying? I got so many master numbers in my chart. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I love y'all. I hope y'all get this message. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video too. All right. And I'll see you on the next one.